kids from my high school I've grew up with, and one of them makes a comment. I was probably 14, like just getting into high school, maybe 15, at that age where parents are embarrassing, dad's embarrassing you, mom's embarrassing you, doing anything. They say anything, it's embarrassing. As a kid, obviously as an adult, it's cool. But he showed up to all the games and he showed up to all the practices. And he was the only parent that showed up to every practice. He would come, drop me off, and he would sit there on the sideline and just watch his son play soccer. That's why we didn't do like a speech, because I couldn't be able to do it. And to me, that's like, again, as a kid, you're like, fuck off, like leave. One kid said to me, I remember his name, I remember who said it, and I don't think he's wrong for saying it because he's a kid. He goes, Cole, why is your dad here, man? As like a no, I don't feel like I can't cry, but I've cried over this already a few times. I could hold it in a little bit. He's like, why is your dad here? And he's right. Why is my dad there? Why does my dad care? And as a kid, I think I did the right thing. I was like, Dad, I did what any kid would do. I was like, Dad, please stop coming to my practice. You're embarrassing me. Because he doesn't just sit. He watches. We come over to get water and he talks to you. He chirps you sometimes in like a not even a mean way. He was really good with that. And he cheers you on and he's just yelling on the sideline while the coach is there. And a kid made a comment and because of that, I told him to leave. I was like, please don't come to my practice anymore. It's embarrassing. Because I was a kid. And again, I don't think I did anything wrong by saying that. But as an adult, I wish I didn't. Because no. It was just cool. He understood. It was cool that he wanted to be there. And like looking back, I'm so grateful. And I wish he like knew that, you know? He did know that. He did. But I'm sorry. I know you guys said it's fine. One of my buddies, Bob, who I play soccer with every Monday night still, and he was in my high school. He said, it was all stuff, not Jesus. He said, in his text, he sent probably one of the nicest texts I got, if not the nicest text, the most detailed. He was like, dude, he was the man. Like, I loved him. I want to say he saw him like a month ago, 2 months ago on Monday. My dad, because he worked right next to where we played on Monday every night. He worked literally there. Like, we would park in his parking lot every Monday at work because it was literally across the street and we'd walk over. And I've done this my whole life. The place we play is literally where he works, basically. And he would come over sometimes at the end of our game and just watch a little bit of the game and just to be there with us. And he came and just said, I remember him talking to Bob specifically. And Bob's known him forever as my friend. And he's a good friend. And he is. He's been on my team forever. And Bob's text was something like, I'll read it. I'm going to cry, but I'll read it. It was great. It was like the nicest. It made me cry just reading it the first time. Reading on stream is even worse. He said, hey man, I heard a snippet about what happened. I'm beyond sorry for you, wishing you all the best. If you need anything, like legit anything, let me know. Loved everything about that, man. With like 3 exclamation points or 4. 3. I can't see, my eyes are a little blurry. And I just said, thank you. It means a ton. Like, it doesn't even feel real. He said, dude, I'm not going to say I've been there. Because we're not like super close, but we've played soccer forever. He said, I'm not going to say I've been there, but if you need to talk or anything, I got you. Honestly, hurt when someone told me about it. I said, it means a lot. I said, the people that played soccer with him probably growing up knew him better than most of my friends or most people. And he said, dude, he was the fucking man. Remember him cheering for me often. Like, not that many people are like that. I appreciated the fuck out of him. And I was like, damn, like, you know, like he just was that type of dad. He cheered for every fucking kid, even when their parents weren't cheering for me. And, you know, he was just awesome. I want to thank your sub. I'm struggling to talk. Core, thank you for this. It is healthy to cry. I've cried enough, and I will not enough. I've cried a lot, and I will cry more. There's no doubt. It's my fucking dad, you know? Like, can't not. And I say, like, you know, I say he knew, and he knew that I loved him to death. He knew I did. Literally, I said it. The last thing I said to him was, like, how much I love. Like, I hugged him goodbye and said I love him. I was home for my mom's birthday, like, 2 weeks ago. And I the last thing I said was just, I said goodbye. And I love you. He said, I love you, buddy. And I walked out. And it's a good last thing to say. You know, that was great. I wish, like, I say he knew, and he did know. But, like, you wish you can just, you know, you will never feel like you said enough. That's why I don't think I did anything wrong. And I know he knew. And I'm happy with how everything went. I think my last few days with him that I spent with him, or the things he did for me, or the last memories I have of him are all so positive, which is awesome. Like, in person. Like, I went to Madison's brother's. Thank you, everyone. I don't want to say names. There's a lot of people. Savils, I want to read your message 1 sec. Thank you, Cor. I don't know how to pronounce your name exactly. Cor. Brooke, you're good. Final Flash, thank you, Zachy. Everyone. I just said I wasn't gonna say names. I did it. For those of you guys that know or don't know, I went to Madison's brother's wedding with my girlfriend. Her brother had a wedding in Michigan, and I need a suit last second. And he works pretty close. It's pretty close to where I play soccer. He works about a 3-minute drive, 4-minute drive. And he fucking, I said the story already, but he was alive when I said it, so it was a little different. But it's a great last memory. One of my last memories of him. And it's just so vivid. He gave me, like, I told him I was going to the Macy's in the King of Prussia Mall to get a suit. And he came in, like, he just texted me and was like, I'll come. Like, I didn't say a word to him. I didn't say you had to come at all. But he's like, I'll be there, and I'll meet you there at this time if you come. He called me. Oh, my God. It makes it even worse. He called me and was like, hey, I know you need a suit. Because he just always thinks about that shit, and I don't. But I was planning on going to the King of Prussia Mall early because I was like, I need a suit. And he called me randomly without me saying a word to him and was like, hey, I know you need a suit. What are you planning on doing? Because if you want, you can come to the King of Prussia Mall, and I can meet you there before soccer. And my game was at, he's like, what time's your game? I was like, 8. He's like, when can you get here? And I got there at like 6 something, 6:30. They closed at 8 anyway. My game was probably 8:30. So I get there. He's giving me all these directions on where to go into the Macy's, which part of the mall to enter, where the suits are. I go up there. I get my suit picked out, my jacket. I'm getting my jacket on, and I got my pants on. The guy was so quick. He had me in them in fucking 10 minutes. Kind of scammed me a little bit. It's part of the story. And I just see my dad walking, and he didn't know where I was exactly, but I see him walking up, and he's smiling. I'm fucking wearing the jacket. The guy's messing with my short pants because I just got them on. I go in to get my shit tailored right then and there, or like, what's the word, hemmed. The tailor was putting on he was like marking it so he could do it. So I'm standing there, like literally within 5 minutes of him being there. I got the full suit, pants. I'm getting my shit like marked. Nice. And my dad's like smiling, just looking at me. Like, it's just one of my last memories. I'm standing in front of the mirror with my fucking arms out like a dickhead so the guy can hem my suit. And my dad's sitting there, just smile on his face, just fucking smiling, looking at it. And we check out, and he's like, we're not going to buy a shirt here. I got you. He gives me, like I said, that's a great memory. Just him helping me out with that for no reason. And then him smiling the whole time while he's there. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to get you. We don't have to do it here because the Calvin Klein shirts are $100 fucking. And dude, right? You know, it's amazing. Somebody, he really is. And then he's like, I'll go to somewhere else and get you this, because the suit was going to be finished being tailored the next day. It was like a Wednesday. My flight was fucking Friday, or it was on a Tuesday. My flight was Thursday, and the guy told me he can get it done by Wednesday. My dad works there. So he goes, I'll get you a dress shirt. He got me 2. He got me a white dress shirt and a blue dress shirt, because that's what he knew I wanted. And he got them the next day for way cheaper. And he goes in to pick up the suit the next day, because he's like, I got you. I'll pick the suit up for you, because he works right there. And we happened to be going to the Phillies that day. So he's like, I'll pick up the suit. I'm so glad I didn't say no to the Phillies. That would have been like, maybe, that would have been the biggest regret in my entire life. Because I almost said no, I didn't want to go because I just didn't feel like it, really. So my dad, we had the Phillies game the next day, so he's like, I'll go pick up the suit for you. I'll bring the dress shirts, and we'll go to the Phillies game with this girl. Again, part of the story, just how good of a person he is. This random girl named Kiara from his office. Just like the nicest, like a 20-year-old. And I know it seems weird, like a grown man, married man. Polo, thank you for the 500 bits. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. No, they truly final. That wasn't even our final, but yes, I agree. It seems a little weird because he's a grown man, and this girl who's like 20 something loved baseball, and they would talk about it because they worked in the same office. And she was like, I actually know someone on the team of this team. So my dad, for a long time in advance, had surprised her, just to be nice, surprised her with tickets to this game that he had already planned on going to with me and Mark. So instead of 3 tickets, he bought 4 and just invited her. So he drops off, we get, the next day he goes in, get the suit, got me a fucking half off refund basically because the whole store was half off. And he's like, you have a great dad. That's how I got. I was like, how'd you do that? He's like, great dad. That's all he said. And then we go to the Phillies. I meet him. I meet this Kiara girl. She loves my dad because he's like, they're like friends at work. He's like the nicest person ever. And he just brought her to a Phillies game to see her friend who was on the other team, or her cousin who was on the other team. And we met there. We had a great time at the Phillies. We came back. It was just a really nice time. He took a picture of me and my brother there. He just was like a super, like, I wish I was more like him in so many ways, because it would just be so much better. But like, I'm not. We're very different people. And I have a lot of his traits, but not his like willingness to just like befriend people and willingness to like go out of his way for people that he doesn't even know. Like, I do it for people I know most of the time. He does it for people he knows every time. And every time he'd contact me, it was like, did you get a gift for your mother yet? Did you do this for your mom? Did you call her? She would love to talk to you. Like just shit like that. Like, he just was always worried about other people, and it was just horrible. He was just great. He was. Thank you, Brits. I appreciate it, man. No, dude, compared to him, BM, I mean, thank you. You're a fucking good dude. It sucks doing this on stream. Again, I want to tell you guys everything that goes on. I do. And especially it's going on in my life. It's my thoughts. Again, it's like an outlet. It's like, it's good that I'm sharing these things. It's good that you guys know them. Nothing's like a big secret. I don't think these are secretive things either. My mom even told me, she's like, I know you talk on stream. Like, say whatever you want. Like, whatever you feel like saying. I was like, thank you. Years ago, she'd have been like, I don't know if you should say that. But she was like, just do it. Like, say whatever you want to talk about. I think it was like cardiac arrest, T-Pizzy. We don't exactly know, but something like that. Just random out of nowhere. He was a big guy. But I wonder if I have a picture of us at the I wonder if I have like I just recently saved 1 million photos because I had to for like a collage. But I wonder if I have like a recent picture he took. Dude, my mom and him, this is gonna make me cry. But I want to show you guys because it's cute. It's like adorable. So like a week ago. When was it? I don't even know. Can I see the date? October 4th? 2 weeks ago? My mom and dad, I just had to get a bunch of pictures together today. I didn't even cry this earlier. I almost did. I had to get a bunch of pictures together for like a collage. So I had to send them in. So I had to get pictures from my mom, dad, brother, his mom, anyone that had pictures of him. I had to get pictures of, and I saved them all because I want them. And my mom and dad were supposed to go to Niagara Falls, or not Niagara Falls, Florida. And the hurricane happened, so they were like, we're not going to Florida, we're going to Niagara Falls. So they just went to Canada like a week and a half ago. And I'll show you this picture first because it's more relevant. It's the Phillies picture. It's me, my dad, my brother. He just looks so happy, man. It's the fucking worst. I would love to play. I had to screenshot it to crop someone out for this picture, but I mean, he just is just a happy fucking dickhead, man. It's so, like, he's just so, just always like that. And then that was us to the Phillies, and then they went to Niagara Falls, him and my mom, and had a great time. Which is awesome that she had those like memories and stuff, Like, what a good thing to do. Go on a fucking great vacation as like one of the last things. It obviously makes it even more sad because they just went out and did something together, which they don't do often. They barely go out together. They occasionally go on trips. But they just went to Niagara Falls and they're just so happy. Like, look, it's so sad. Oh, it's horrible. I hate it. My dad's fucking sitting there. The reason they're laughing is because my dad, when he smiles, which I've noticed forever, and he doesn't know, I guess, his one eye like doesn't open that well, and you can hear it in the little video because my mom said it to me, and then I realized that they were all like live photos. So I clicked it and I'm listening, and my dad's like squinting because his one eye, like I said, shuts more than the other when he smiles. It's like, and he just was like, does my eye always do that? So he's making this goofy fucking smile, and my mom is laughing at him. That was the first one, and then I have I don't know. She's like hysterically laughing. He's like, do I always look like that? Oh, I'm sorry, Psycho. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that, dog. Seriously. I mean, I hope I could be that for other people. You're cool. You're fucking super cool guy too. I've said that a million times on stream. To Vertex and calls, like, I appreciate you. You guys are sick. The group that I've been playing the game with now, I know you guys are younger than me, and especially some of them are way younger than me. Very nice, responsible people. Even like Vertex is like the nicest fucking kid ever. Like, I say that everything. You guys know it. Like, you guys know he is. But yeah, it hurts. It sucks. I just saved a million pictures. I didn't even know what my dad properly looked like as a child. You know, but until recently, like I knew, but I didn't really know. And it's just crazy to see. Like, I had to screenshot pictures. My nose is just running. Like, I had to screenshot pictures of him like today, like that I'd never seen. Like, he looks like a different person. Obviously, a ton of weight loss. Like, this is them at like their wedding. I had to screenshot this. Like, he's like, I mean, he's skinnier than I am, which is crazy because he's literally was morbidly obese, like quote unquote morbidly obese. Like, literally, that was part of the reason he had health issues. But I mean, I had to screenshot so many, and it's just, he almost doesn't even look like the same person, but he's just cute. He's just a fucking happy, always smiling guy. Like, I don't know how to, like, seeing him this is him when he's like my age. He might even be younger than me with my mom, and it's just horrible. I don't even want to put it down because then you see me crying a little bit. Smallman, thank you for the raid. Hopefully, I don't know if you saw it. Saw this coming when you did it, but I happened to be going over some stuff that just went on. No, I can Final Flash. It's amazing. He's seriously he's just a great dude. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. No, we get that a lot, dude. We get that a lot. No, it's terrible, Zachy. I'm sorry that happened. Anyone who's lost someone recently, I've had a lot of these recently. Onyx, thank you. Everyone, thank you guys. Of course, you guys are awesome. No, he was proud of us, and he was amazing. Like, he was just so great. It sucks. It's so shitty. Like, we added this picture. This is literally him. Like, I don't even know how to like describe. Like, this picture shouldn't have been added because it's the most disgusting picture ever, and it's us at senior week when I was 18. My brother's sitting in the chair in front. It's not even a good picture. It's not even a real picture. I don't even know who took it. And I made sure I added it to the collage because I just think he looks like he's having a great time with his kids. Like, it's me and my 18-year-old friends with a stupid amount of fucking beer at this house and chips and shit. People are walking around sunburned. We're all drunk. And my dad and mom drove up just to drop some stuff off. No, like Saturday, Curtis. Sorry. Friday night, Saturday morning. And he just is like, he's just in the house with a bunch of kids and my brother, and he just is like, he looks so like happy to like be there, you know? I don't know how to, obviously you don't know him, so it's tough for you guys to see it, but like, he just always fucking was like that. In his sleep, kinda. I kinda went over it on stream a little bit the other day. Exactly what happened and how it went down and why. It's because my brother and mom got the brunt of it. They got the worst, like, but yeah, it was kind of in his sleep. I mean, he woke people up, and not even him, like his breathing woke people up and stuff. But yeah, horrible. Smallman, I love you. Chorus Crip, I feel like I need to. I don't, I share it because you guys are like, it's important. I mean, It's you're an ENT. I got you. Yeah, I mean it was horrible. He talking to the EMPs was tough. I just again I wish like we disagreed on a lot of stupid shit, but I just wish we were like closer. I might get my first tattoo because of this. I've been wanting one for a while, but I might. Well, I'm in between. God, if I play the song, I'm gonna cry. Hope you left on good terms. We left on great terms. We did. You know. Maybe I. Damn, Vertex, I love you. That was nice. Don't get a face. No, I would never get his face. But there's two options. One of his favorite music artists, because he doesn't really like music like that. He does. He likes grooving. He's like he's a dance kind of guy. But there's only one person I know, and you guys probably aren't even gonna know him. You guys ever heard of Luther Vandross or whatever? Trying to read everyone's message. I feel bad. Brooke, thank you for that long one too a minute ago. I read it. I just was like, couldn't speak for a second. But I'm okay. You guys know Luther? My dad had the fucking Luther CDs. He's been to multiple concerts and would like play them. Like whenever I landscaped with my dad my whole life. Like I did. Like from when I was like 8 years old, I was out here child laboring the fuck up as a kid with my friend Andrew. So Andrew has a very close connection to him. If you guys are here a lot and you know who that is, my roommate and my best friend since I was a little kid. Have you guys / did he have a funeral song chose? It'll probably be this one. It'll probably be Luther, something Luther. But the song, not the child labor, but I worked with him forever, every day. And he always, the only CDs he had, it was back in the day, so you couldn't just like aux your phone in. Or we didn't have that, or I was too young to understand it. But he would just play his CDs, because that's what everyone did. They played their CDs wherever they burned music on. And his were just Luther. That was it. Can you play it? Oh, I'm going to play it, because it's a banger, to be fair. So I want to preface it. The song is called Never Too Much. And at certain points, it's like never too much. They say like all my love, like in the song, like in my head, it's like you can't, I don't know if this is the real meaning of the song, but when I played it today to listen, I was sad. No, that's, I feel that Vertex, the whole like family hatred type thing with certain people, you know what I mean? Good night, Psycho. Good night. But yes, it's called Never Too Much. I'm going to play it. So I sent it to my brother and he said we should get, I said I think I'd be down to my brother and my mom to get the words never too much. I don't know where. I don't know why I just pointed here. But somewhere. Just never too much. No, it's not why, Curtis. I've played well the last few days, even after it happened. Even the day after it happened. Yes, I get that, because I have a lot of people like that, I promise. But I just think when you hear the song, you'll understand why I think it is important. Because it is my dad's probably favorite song. It's the one song I think of when I get in the car, because it's a fucking banger. It is. So I'm thinking of either just getting the words never too much tattooed, or when I sent to my brother and my mom, Mark, my brother, he sent me this, which is also kind of cool. He said I would 100% get it tattooed on me. And it's a picture of me and my dad and Mark when we were, I'm guessing he was like 1 or 2, I don't like 3 or 4 or 5. And it's just him walking on the beach with us and maybe like a silhouette of this tattooed. He said I would 100% get that. I said I also would get that. I'm the older brother, so I'm in the middle, but just picturing him, I can picture like the talk almost. Like it's just a cute, like a silhouette. I was thinking maybe both, maybe a silhouette of it and like the words. I don't know, matching tattoos. Yeah, I would do it for my first one. I've been wanting tattoos for a long time anyway. Fuck it, this could be an opening, you know. Too Tall Jones, thank you for the 8 months. Really sorry for your loss. See this, put my boys to bed. So crushing, hanging there. I appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate it, Alex. Thank you guys, all of you. It would be cool. I think it's a cool idea, cool tattoo. I could do both. I don't even care. But this is the song. It's a fucking banger. Like I said, he used to play it in the car. Like it got to the point where he played it so much that I actually liked it a lot, and I would sometimes. I've played it on stream before. Pretty rare, but I have. It's a banger. It is. He saw him live in concert a few times. It was the only concerts he's ever been to. He just loved Luther. He fucking, for some reason, he loved his music, and it was fucking good. And again, the song's called Never Too Much, so I could see myself getting the words never too much tattooed, because it's, I don't know if this is what it means, but it does say like all my love multiple times. Like I think he's saying you can never love someone too much, but I don't know. I don't want to say that yet, because I'll listen to the song, listen to the lyrics again right now. God, thank you for the gifted Alex. It's a banger. It is a fucking banger. It's just a jam. He's got a great voice, great beat. My dad used to just put it on the car and fucking just be like, he just bobbed to it, and it is fire. You know what I mean? It's just a cute song too. Obviously, it's not for a dad, more for like his girlfriend or something like that, wife. But I could totally get the words "never too much" tattooed. It was the only song I knew that he loved. What's this called? "Never Too Much" by Luther Vandross. I mean, it is fire. He used to play it every time I got in the car with him when I was younger. But it hits. It's fire. It's just a banger. Just an oldie. Be such a dope tattoo. I think so too. I think it'd be really cool. I could get them both tattooed. I've never had one. I could see this being my first. I don't know where. He has a song called like "Dancing with Dad" or "My Dad" or something like that, and it doesn't even like relate to me. But I listened to it and just cried on the way home today. It was horrible. It's a good song, but how's mom holding up? You know, as well as you could hold up. Genuinely, as well as you could possibly hold up after losing your best and only true friend in life. I think that's the, you know, as well as you could dance with my father. That's it. Yeah, it's a good song. It's good, but it killed me to listen to. It's unexpected. Yeah, it was a cardiac arrest pretty much out of nowhere. If that even was the exact thing. We didn't get an autopsy, but yeah, such a vibey song. Dude, it's such a vibey song. And my dad was like in college and like pre and after college was like a dancer. Like he would get, not a dancer, but he would go to the club and just dance to songs like this, and he loved them. He's just like, I love going out, and when they play this, I'd be dancing. He always used to say when he was younger, I couldn't picture it because I never seen it, but I know he met my mom at like a club or like a bar or something, like dancing with her and stuff. So I know it was true. And I like to imagine it was this song, but I don't think it was. You know what I mean? No, I can't either. God, it's horrible. Smoker? No, never. I mean, maybe like when he was a kid, but no. Actually, awesome. No, it was. He used to literally just put these on and be like, I love it. Like, just a banger. Dude's got a great voice and stuff. Crazy. It was. I mean, again, okay. I want to like, you know, I've explained this. I said this the other day. I've said it a few times. It wasn't expected because it did come out of nowhere, but he had his health issues. So like, maybe that's why I'm fine. Obviously, I'm crying on stream because I'm going over emotional moments, right? But "Never Too Much" would be a really nice tattoo. I fully agree. I think it's actually I thought it was a great idea when I said it. I had to send it to my mom and brother right away so I didn't forget it. I was like, this is a great idea. I'll explain more, Curtis. My dad had a few years ago, probably like 5 or 6 years ago, they had messaged. He had went to the hospital for something. He had myocarditis, I think it is something. He had a lot of things. Never. I don't remember what it was a few years ago. He was in the hospital and they told him like he basically is probably gonna have something like cancer, or something like that. They basically told him he wasn't gonna live for very long. They were like, and I want to say my mom and brother said they didn't get a day or an amount of time, but I had remembered vividly someone, maybe him, or maybe my mom, telling me he probably has like a year, 6 months, a year. I thought, at least at one point. I remember crying over it years and years ago. It was probably when I was streaming, but I don't know why they bring up cancer in the first place. It was years ago. It was a long time ago. It was just like maybe he had the formings of cancer in a bad spot or something like that. It was something along those lines, and they really thought he wasn't going to survive. They really thought he wasn't going to live much longer. And I remember crying over that, being sad over that years ago, with the thought of like my dad just not having that much time left. And I'm not even crying right now. I'm just trying to remember. It was horrible to hear. And then something happened, and they basically said it was like a slight miscalculation, and he was fine. He had issues. He was severely overweight. Like I said, like, I mean, you see in the pictures, he was a heavy, big guy. He didn't really want to work out. His only flaw in life is he just didn't care for his own health because he cared so much about other people's health. Truly, other people's health and happiness. And he didn't take his own too serious. And my brother and I do take our own relatively serious because of that. And I'm glad. Obviously, I'm not glad, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, Chris. That's horrible. Best people live, seriously. But He had a lot of issues that were like minor and not towards this. He had like, I guess, some acid reflux stuff. I don't really know about that. Things that had to do with like his kidney at one point. Nothing bad. It was fine. He recently got blood work done. I'm gonna make a tweet soon, Floppy, for sure, where I post a bunch of photos, probably, maybe all of them. I don't know, because I feel like I have to, for people that see it and aren't in my stream, just so they know why I'm off. But he just had issues, and a lot of them stem from being overweight. It did, just flat out. And again, on your heart, like how bad being overweight can just be on your heart was a big thing as well, I think, in this. So for years, we knew he had some issues, and I'm not gonna, I told you guys, I was streaming. It was probably 1:30 in the morning, I would say. My brother called me, and my brother is like the one person who wouldn't call me when I'm streaming, you know? Like, he knows I stream. He's around my age. He's 23, about to turn 24 in December. And he's been here. He's a fucking 70-something